Zenless Zone Zero sucks. You might wanna skip Zenless Zone Zero. I am seeing a lot of videos and a lot of posts on the Reddit saying that this video game is not that good. And I wanna go against the grain a little bit, because I actually believe that this game is incredible. Now, this video will be a little bit off the cuff, no script, but I need to talk about this for a moment. There's been a lot of complaints going around that Zenless Zone Zero is too easy, as well as that the gameplay is just kinda boring because of a certain couple of features. And I'm gonna say, Zenless Zone Zero might be easy at the start, but Zenless Zone Zero does not stay easy. People are too quick to give up on this game. Now you might argue, and I've seen this argument a lot, that if a game is bad up until its end game, then it doesn't matter. The game is just simply bad. A game needs to be good all throughout it. And to a certain point, I agree. But first of all, you don't unlock all the game modes in the end game. You unlock them relatively soon. The game has not even been out for a week yet, and people have already complained about this game being too easy. You unlock the later game modes about halfway through your story progression. That does not take more than 2 days to get there. If we cannot even play a game for 2 days and already have our minds made up about it, then what the fuck are we complaining about IGN and GameSpot for every single time they leave a bad review when it's only on day 1 of release? We are being ironic here. We are being hypocritical towards these game journalists who push out their reviews way too early because we think they haven't given them enough time yet. Yet when this game isn't good on launch day, suddenly it's just a terrible game all throughout. You unlock the difficult game modes relatively early. It is not that bad to get to that point. And that's only if you really care about difficult content. Because if you don't mind the easy content, then this game is already fun, right from the get-go. There are a lot of good points to say about this game that people ignore to get to the bad points. People ignore the great music that this game offers. People ignore the incredibly fluid animations that this game offers. And I know why they ignore it. They ignore it because it's way more important to talk about whatever is not good in the game so that it can get improved. I get that. But I think they should deserve their mention. The good points of the game deserve to be mentioned, and then we can talk about the bad stuff. Now, one thing I will agree on, and that's that the TV system is pretty dogwater. It is not fun to do this TV minigame every single time. We just want to get to the combat, and I understand that, because that's what the characters are. I will say, the TV stuff goes away the longer you play as well, because eventually it will just get replaced more and more with stuff to upgrade your characters for, right? You need upgrade materials for the level ups, you need upgrade materials for the weapons, you need upgrade materials for their skills and that kind of stuff. You need to farm relics, you need to do the endgame content. All of this does not use the TV system, so it gets phased out a little bit. Also, for the people that's saying that this gameplay is boring, we have the parry system that Wuthering Waves have, except it's a tag team system in this game. Then there's perfect dodging, which Wuthering Waves also has. But then on top of that, we have all these elemental reactions that Wuthering Waves is still lacking. Like, the elemental reactions are gonna be a core feature to this game, and you haven't given them a chance yet because you haven't needed it to. So how can you confidently say that this gameplay is boring to you when you haven't used all the aspects of it yet? Also, the meat is there from the very start. Characters like Soldier 11 need to time their basic attacks. Characters like the Furry, which I don't know how to pronounce his name, need to hold his basic attacks in certain patterns so that they stun more. You don't know this because you don't need to know this. But this is a real thing that you need to start using when you get to the middle point of the game and when the game becomes a little bit more complicated. The only issue that we have here is that you don't like that the game wasn't difficult fast enough. And my argument is that if it's not difficult fast enough, within 2 days of playing, you are being hypocritical towards all the game journalists that you hate. Now you can say, I think if a game isn't fun enough in the first 2 days, I can be confident that the game sucks. And you know what? I'll give it to you. If that's how you truly feel, maybe the game just isn't for you. If the game didn't click right from the get-go with you, maybe it's just not your game. And that's fine. But I don't like that this argument get widespread into saying that the game sucks overall. The game just simply isn't for you. This does not mean that the game is a 6 out of 10. This means that the game just didn't click for you. But whatever you are complaining about is there. The gameplay is not boring. The gameplay has a lot of depth to it that you just didn't get to. And that's fine. Maybe, like I said, if it wasn't fast enough for you to get to that point and keep you interested, that's fine. But then the argument doesn't work that it's not there. The argument should be, I didn't play long enough to get there. I think there are some very, very, very fair criticisms of this game. And I am being a little bit hyperbolic here in my opinions, to go against the grain a little bit. But you have to understand, I don't think this game is perfect either. And I think some of these complaints are very fucking fair. But I also believe that people have come out with their opinions a little bit too early and have not given it a fair enough chance yet. Asmongold is known to have terrible opinions. But the one time he agrees with you, suddenly he's a prophet. I don't believe in this. So if Zenless Zone Zero isn't for you, that's fair. There is Wuthering Waves, there's Genshin Impact, there's Honkai Star Rail, there's a lot of other gacha games out there that might be suited for you more. But I just want you to be a little bit more honest in your review of the game. Because I know for a fact that you didn't bother checking out everything that this combat has to offer. But your opinion makes it seem like you did. So hey, if it's not for you, it is what it is. Maybe in the future, when there's some new mechanics, you might want to try it out again. Maybe they update something that you like a little bit more. Maybe they don't. Maybe you just move on to some different games. I know the Elden Ring DLC is very fun. You might want to play that if you want something a little bit more difficult. But I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and so I'll keep playing it for now. And I think that's fair. So yeah. Nevertheless, I hope to see you in the next video.